tenfold. That gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that?
All right, Coach. Under hazy, overcast L.A. skies, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, California. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Oakland Raiders and our home team. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready! 380!
Yeah, let's go sack lunch.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now Rivers throw into the hands of Gordon. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And some room to work. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. You talk about explosion plays. There's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate. Big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up the touchdown on the opening drive.
Bryant's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go!
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Carr going to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And this this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. They could not ask for a worse start. You give up a touchdown on the game's opening drive, and then you turn right around and throw the interception on your very first play.
And this is where the coaching staff has to earn its money, because they've got to calm these guys down a little bit. Just as you noted, a horrendous start, both sides of the ball. But now the defense, which gave up an opening drive touchdown, they've got to go out there now and start playing.
There goes Melvin Gordon, and he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front, because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
That's our own 24-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And picked up by the Chargers. And he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Hey, go orange. Orange.
First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Melvin Gordon doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Bryant now to tack on the extra point. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. Now a hit and a loose football. And picked up by the Chargers. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jordan Jenkins gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Hey, I'm going to go load it. Load it.
Watch Mike.
Come off the ball.
3rd and long for Rivers. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him. Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath, first do no harm. And right now they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Hey, echo.
On 1st down, Carr. That's caught. It's Malone. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Throwing now is Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Uchenna Nwosu gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. To try again after the sack. Carr, that is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, exit.
Shotgun now for Carr. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Uchenna Nwosu able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. On now is Mason Crosby, who's hit from as far as 58 in his career. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Charger drive about to get going. And they were in field goal range the last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Check the hot read. Wide. Get wide.
Hey.
52's the mic. Guys, it's room. Let's go. Mike 52. Yo.
Get on!
Now Rivers. Going deep here for Allen. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, LA. Keenan Allen, 79 yards. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
A Raider first down, 17 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Running is Jacobs. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack. Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
55, Mike, 55. Hey, express. Watch one. Mike, 55. Check, 55.
Smooth.
Don't get nervous.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turning over 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at their own 44. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done. On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Set, green 80. Set, white 80.
Down to lose 1.
On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Now Rivers on 4th down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. It's a first down and more for Gordon. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to pour it on. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
Months 56. It's coming this way, Here we go,
Express.
56 the mic. 56 is the mic. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. 56.
Raider 9.
Right there, 56.
To throw again on 2nd down. Carr. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. But now it'll be 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Not today, you are. Not today. Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. Come on, D.
93.
On 3rd down, Carr. Open man there is Malone. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Carr now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Again, it's Carr. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play in football.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
You're mine.
Mike 55.
From the gun, it's Carr. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Here we go on 4th down with Carr. And it is incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free. So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface, but I've been around enough of these coaches and enough of these meetings along the way. sometimes they're so confident in a play call that they don't care about the situation. They think that that play, at that time, they're going to run it and pick up whatever they need. So maybe that's what influenced him there. I'm guessing because I have no other explanation.
Yeah, that's tough. Own side of the field, that chunk of yardage to pick up. Head scratcher. Throw left side, complete to Moss. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw, Rivers. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
I'm going to go load it. Load it.
52.
Hey, here we go.
52's the mic.
Rivers now. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. But the bank judge right there to say incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target. 3rd down here. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time, as they're on him quickly once more. Final play of the half, Rivers. He'll fire a desperation throw for the end zone. And that is going to be incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
We'll see what his offense can do. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. The pass complete to Ryan Graham. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. They do go for it. It's caught. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Barker. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got?
They'll keep it on the ground. Frost. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is recovered by the Chargers. And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, Ben, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
I'm coming after you. 6-18.
They'll try and throw for it here. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Now Gordon on first down. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, 42 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Carr again here on 2nd and 10. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. The dump-off gets them 9, so now they're in much better shape for third down.
A 9-yard gain on the play.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. To throw, it's Carr. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the first. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Throwing on first down is Carr. And here he's got Grant. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
A gain of 26 yards. First down, Raiders.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line.
56 is the mic. Let's go.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Reuben Foster picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 16. Throw left side complete. That's Moss. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Ready! 390!
I'm scared.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Rivers nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Jerome Baker. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out, and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Fielded just inside the 30. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The Raiders on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Now Carr. He finds his target. It's Crowder. A Raider first down, 17 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you at important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Joey Bosa in on the stop.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, we're good, we're good. Wide 8-8. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. 29. 55. Mike, 55.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Go. Mike, express. Right there in the middle.
Here's Carr. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hey, wahoo!
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Man, that's trash. That's trash.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And able to complete it to Moreau. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 24-yard line. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Hey, check Mike. Watch 55.
Hey, Delta.
You ain't got nothing. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike.
We're doing it.
On first down, Carr. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Carr will come up here with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Play action. Now it's Carr. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Melvin Ingram picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
And it's third down. 3rd and long.
7:34. Protein spell. Get him, get him, get him.
Check safety, check safety. Hatchet.
Move that down.
Switch.
Shady weapon. What's up?
On play action, it's Carr. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Carr. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he will be brought down well shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. Gordon loses the football. It's loose. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Here they come, 2nd and 10 now from the 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And space opens a bit as he gets it across the 15 to the 17-yard line. That 2nd down run, a big help as 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now.
180. Hey, bro, 80. Here we go. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Hey. 12.
5-2's the mic. Mike 5-2.
Rivers. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Jerome Baker able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave him with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
52's the Mike. Watch Mike. Hey, orbit. Mike 52.
Watch the out.
Check.
Now Rivers on 4th down. And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Carr now on 1st down. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. One final try now for Carr. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the home team here, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Southern California, so long, everybody.